Hello to all my fellow Kiowa people and KIC members. I hope all of you are having an awesome weekend and all is well with you and your families. I'll start out, you're going to take the long way around, thinking by having an election alone and that you can fix things and be safe doing it. You need to put safeguards into place first and not waste time doing things backwards. Take care of the problem source first, then close the door on those problems with those safeguards by majority of the people, KIC, and then hold a properly performed election. That is the forward direction, not the backward direction, and the Kiowa Nation needs to go forward, not backward. All of you KIC members who see this and agree with and want those same honest things and change, and for the better interest of the Kiowa Nation as a whole, in the very near future, I will be calling on you to join us at an emergency KIC meeting for action. We must take action, the only way that will make the correct change for the better. This is the KIC's time to make sure the right thing is done. It is the KIC's obligations to take part and make sure we protect the future of our elders and our children. Here is a Kiowa housing issue that needs attention and all Kiowa KIC members need to be aware of. Remember, in my prior video called Kiowa Housing Gives Away Free Homes, when I spoke of unaccounted for monies from the Kiowa Housing and even gave a few names of the several Kiowa homes that were given away and have not had a penny paid on them, this ties into that. Now, Dwayne Davis and his illegal called election here, he has one candidate running for the Kiowa Housing. While he defends the eligibility of Gene Quitone, who has his sights set on a drawdown of $1.4 million, HUD has been holding last year, HUD's been holding on to it the last year for the tribe's housing. And Gene Quitone has got his sights on that. And not to mention, everybody knows that he's wanting to get his hands on some of the slot machines. He wants his own slot machines in our casinos. So he has a totally different agenda for his own personal gain. And everybody's aware of that. But so the Kiowa Housing Commissioners, the one that's running in Dwayne's illegal election is Lindrith L. Tugger Palmer. Okay, now's a good time for a little stroll down memory lane. Lindrith L. Tugger Palmer, prior executive director from 1998 to about 2002. Tugger's group started a new housing entity to get this new type of HUD funding, which was a block grant. There was a forensic audit of the Kiowa housing programs, and which is later called Kiowa Housing Services. And this audit covered the period of 1998 to 2006. That's Tugger's whole term plus 4 years. Now, that forensic audit was performed by the Real Estate Assessment Center, REAC. And it was dated December 21st, 2007. And this audit found 94% questioned cost. Now, when Tugger was asked by another Kiowa member what his plan was for the housing, the first time he ran for the position, he couldn't answer that question. He didn't have a plan at all. Maybe his intent was to use his popularity of friends and family to get in a position that had access to huge amounts of money. Because there was another Kiowa member who investigated this audit and exposed the fact that not one new house unit was built with $11.9 million. The last drawdown for these NAHA-SDA housing funds was in 2004. So, do the math there, and that tells you something. Now, as I mentioned before, about 19 homes were purchased on the market, but no mortgage/lease agreements were made with the Kiowa families selected for these homes. Most of the money was squandered. The tribe is still paying for this big blunder by the tune of $400,000 a year out of annual funding until $7.9 million is paid back to HUD. And that's what I mentioned in the prior video, and that's how this ties into that. But lender Tugger Palmer needs to explain his prior performance and where all that money went, and also answer that question, of what his plan is for the Kiowa Housing. And by the way, has he kicked his drinking problem, or is he still battling with that?